So this is from Lavier. This is their smart screen. So what does that look like? I have a 2013 Ford Explorer. So, you know, very nice, you know, family wagon, 6 seats, twin turbo. It's a great car. It has Microsoft Sync. It doesn't have the Apple CarPlay that I've wanted. I've always wanted to have CarPlay in that car. So this unit right here is CarPlay and so much more. One of them is just a suction mount. This can mount to a flat surface on your dash, or this can mount on a window. I'm actually going to use this to hold it upright while we do our demo today. Go ahead and you just push it in on the back here. So I've got that attached there. That's one attachment technique. Now, the other one is one that I'm already using. You see the base here? This is actually in my car. I have a flat area, but I needed to glue it down. So I used the glue mount on that one. Now, as you come in here, you're gonna see this common tool if we've seen my dash cam videos. This is actually a trim tool, a molding tool to help you run the cables where you're gonna do it. This is a rear dash cam input. It also has the electrical connector for your rear lights, so it'll automatically switch over just like a fancy car would. And there's your rear dash cam. There's a 4K dash cam on the back side of the main display unit, which is pretty amazing. You're gonna have an audio cable. In the worst case scenario, if you have to plug this into an aux input, you can do that. If you want to just mount it directly to something flat, you can use these little plastic clips. There's a manual in here, but to be honest, I was able to do all the setup and install without using the manual at all. So it is that easy. If you have an iPhone or an Android, it uses all of the defaults here. There's an additional glue down mat, so if you decide to change your mind or you need to move it, you have that. So this is the 9-inch CarPlay Auto touchscreen. That's what it looks like. When I pulled it out the first time, it was boxed much better than it is now. There's all the pieces individually wrapped here, and I said, you know what, I gotta go out and set this up in the car. So I found the perfect spot, and then I went and turned it on. Now I did peel off the screen cover here. That menu system there has AirPlay, CarPlay, and everything else. This is how I ran the cable. I take the A-pillar molding off, it's called. All these moldings, they pop off, and this one, in my case, there was only 2 screws. I run the cable down behind my glove box and into the power, and then I run it around the molding using that molding tool. And now I have something that looks professionally installed here in a second. You're gonna see it. Now, is it a little bit high? In the pictures, it's gonna look like it's mounted high. You do need that so that the rear dash cam can work, but actually, with my height, it's not bad at all. So there's my height and what I'm seeing. So it's not covering up any of my view, but I get now a 9-inch version of Waze app for navigation, your podcast apps, your SoundCloud, everything else. This is the dash cam, and the quality of the 4K dash cam is H265 encoding. So this thing is jammed packed full of tech. Now at night, it has a night vision on the dash cam, so it's gonna see really, really well. I was surprised at the night, and the navigation automatically switches over to night mode, which is pretty slick. So, you know, there's an accident up ahead. You can mark accidents, you can do all that stuff. So it's using all the standard apps. This is the night vision mode. If you look outside, you can see how dark it is around the screen. It also automatically dims the brightness down while you're driving. That was something I was worried about. Was this thing going to be glaring and bright and all that? It actually automatically reduces its brightness. Now, you don't have to keep reconnecting and disconnecting this thing, but I am going to show you the connections on here. So you've got your rear dash cam for your AV input. You're going to have your auxiliary audio out. You have a 64 gig micro SD automatically that comes with it, and so that's enough for several hours of footage. And then you have this Type-C power port that looks like all the main ones. It's firing right up. You can see how bright that screen is, and you know what, it instantly automatically connected to my phone. So there you go. So it automatically went there. I need to go back out to the home application, but this will work inside of your car, your boat, your RV. Let's go back out to the DVR here. So that's what it's seeing right now, but we talked about that I was driving around earlier. Let's see how well I was driving. So I can go to my normal footage here, and I can play back their driving, and it has a speaker built in. So that's actually me reviewing the footage of my dash cam here. Now I can trash the file if I want. I can lock the file, or I can download from the SD card, which is pretty cool. There is also an app for this device, so you can connect to it directly. There is Bluetooth audio output right there, but it also has some other audio output I want to talk to you guys about. So If your phone is connected with Bluetooth to your car, it automatically plays through your car speakers, so you don't have to listen to it through just the device, which is really slick. You can have the auxiliary input cable going to your stereo if you want a direct connection, no Bluetooth. You can have the loudspeaker that's built into it, but one thing I tried and it actually worked pretty brilliantly, if you have none of those options, your car is that old, it has an FM modulator inside of it. So it's got an FM transceiver built into it, which is amazing. So I'm going to go back out to the home screen. I'm just going to show you a couple other things we have. So we've got AirPlay, Android Cast. Let's say you want to play a video that's on here. You can go to playback and you can actually play back other content. Hopefully I can go to AirPlay. So now what is AirPlay? Well, AirPlay will allow me to take any content that's not licensed or doesn't have a restriction. So I'm just bringing up my YouTube here. Maybe if I see any content that looks interesting. So let's say I'm watching on my phone, the screen's not big enough. I can actually go here to cast, and if I'm connected to the device, you have to be connected on Wi-Fi. So now I'm going to connect to it via Wi-Fi. It's going to notice that I've connected to it. Now if I go here and I do AirPlay and Bluetooth devices, DY link shows up. I click the DY link, so you should be able to stream directly to the device via AirPlay. There we go. Now I've got a mix of different audio here. I've got my picture there, so you can see it's actually AirPlaying right from my phone wirelessly to this device. So if you've got kids, what a great idea that you can AirPlay your Netflix movie or anything else that's not copyrighted, and you can do that. So YouTube videos, other things like that. That's a super cool use case for this thing. Like I said, so that mounts inside your car like it is in this photo here. It hardwires in. I have not put the rear dash cam, but I'm super excited about that. So you're getting a dash cam, a CarPlay receiver, an AirPlay video device, a 9-inch touchscreen, Bluetooth audio interface. You're getting all of this stuff in the same product. So this is from Lavier, is I believe the company name.